Ciao everybody, Caterina here. Welcome to my kitchen. Well, tonight my husband is hosting poker night for him and his buddies, and I've decided I'm going to prepare a very special dish that my mother used to prepare for us children while we were growing up, by the name of Pitta Calabrese. It's a very special type of pizza, delicious and very simple to prepare. Now let's get started. We're going to begin by preparing the yeast mixture. I've prepared 1.5 cups of water. The water is at 115 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't want it hotter than that because it will kill your yeast. To the water, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. This is what's going to feed the yeast. My sugar has dissolved. Now I'm going to add 2.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast. I'm going to give this a nice mix, and we're going to set it aside for 10 minutes. My yeast mixture is ready. Look how beautiful. It's nice and frothy. That's how you know that the yeast is alive. Now, if you don't see this froth on top of your yeast mixture, throw it out and start again with fresh yeast. To the yeast mixture, I'm going to add an additional tablespoon of granulated sugar and 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Give this a nice mix and set it aside for 1 minute. For my dry ingredients, I have 3¼ cup of sifted 00 flour, a little bit of sea salt. I'm going to give this a quick mix. All the flour is going into my mixer bowl. You're going to need your dough hook. I'm going to pour my yeast mixture into my flour. The machine is going to do all the work. I'm going to let it beat at medium speed. Our 10 minutes at medium speed is done. Now for 2 minutes at the highest possible speed that your machine will go. I'm greasing a bowl with olive oil. And to transfer the dough to a lightly dusted work surface here with 00 flour. Dough is ready for its first rising. In the bowl it goes. I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap and in a warm place for 1 hour. My first rising is done. My dough is beautiful. I'm just going to bang this down for a good 3 minutes and prepare it for its second rising. Plastic wrap it again and in a warm place for an additional hour. My dough has risen beautifully. I'm just going to remove it from the bowl and place it in my work surface. With a little bit of bench flour at the bottom and on top, I'm just going to knead it ever so slightly, and I'm using a bench scraper. And now I'm going to place it in my grease-covered bowl. I'm going to cover my bowl with plastic wrap in a nice, warm, dry place for 2 to 3 hours until it doubles in size. My dough has been rising for 2.5 hours. Now it's ready for us to prepare our pita. Okay, the dough is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to divide the pizza dough in half. I'm just going to spread out half the dough gently and carefully. I'm going to make a little hole in the center. We want a donut shape. This is the bottom part of the pita. I just stretched it out into a long donut. And now here, this is going to be going on top of the pita. So I'm going to fix this as well, the same as I did with the first one. I'm going to start off by putting a little bit of hot paste. This comes from Calabria. Now, if you don't want the hot paste, of course you can leave it out. Just going to add a little bit of prosciutto. The prosciutto is done. Now I'm going to add the provolone cheese. The last are homemade sausage. Now I would add my Calabrese olives to this as well, but I forgot to purchase them this morning. And of course you can add any olives that you like. How pretty is that? And I'm going to add oregano that I purchased in Sicily. I can't stress it enough. When you travel, no matter where you go to the grocery stores where the people shop. I love this oregano. I rolled it on a roll, and I'm just taking it and I'm placing it on top. Okay, now I'm just going to pinch the ends together. I'm just going to pinch the insides together. I'm going to cover my pita with semolina. To allow it to rise in a warm place for 1 hour. Preheat your oven to 420 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat has been rising for 1 hour in a warm place. I'm just going to secure the ends and the inside, and I'm going to place it in my preheated oven 20 minutes at the bottom shelf of the oven. After 20 minutes, I will transfer the pita to the top shelf for an additional 20 minutes. I'm just going to lightly press the top layer of the pita down, just ever so gently. 20 minutes. Now moving it on the top for an additional 20 minutes. I'm gonna say it, if you could only smell my kitchen. My Pitta Calabrese turned out fantastic. I am going to let it rest for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to cut a piece and taste it. I am going to be serving my Pitta Calabrese with our hot sauce, which comes from our region, Calabria. And I don't think my husband and his friends will mind if I just sample it a little bit. Oh my goodness, look at that. How gorgeous is that? I can't wait to taste this. So good. The cheese and the prosciutto, oh, just absolutely delicious. My sweetheart and his buddies are going to love this tonight. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And it's Katerina from my home to yours. Don't forget to hit your like button. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel. Ciao.